Hello, everybody. Well, I'm going to try to do this in one take. I hope I can. I've never done a one take video that's going to be this long, but hey, it's my style to do one take videos, right? So I got to try. But I'm going to try to give you my top 10 worst movies of 2015 because the only other movie I'm planning to see this year is The Hateful Eight, and I don't think that The Hateful Eight is going to make my worst list. I don't really think it is. I'm really got a lot of confidence in that movie, so I think I can go ahead and make my top 10 worst movies of 2015. And let me tell you, there was some terrible ones. There was some really, really bad ones. I have a few dishonorable mentions that I'd like to start off with. Yeah, there were some bad ones that didn't quite make the list. They should have, but they didn't. They were just good enough to not make the list. So let's do some of those first. Some of my dishonorable mentions. You probably don't remember this movie at all because nobody saw it. I actually forgot that it came out this year. I completely forgot all about this movie, but The Gunman, or The Gunman, The Gunman, I don't care how you say it, is the one with Sean Penn, and it was so damn confusing, and it made no sense, and it was just, it was bad. Another movie that a lot of people probably forgot all about, because totally, I completely forgot all about it too, Project Almanac. That was a dumb movie. Another movie that, it wasn't necessarily terrible, but it did not do what I thought it was going to do, and that is Max, the one with the German Shepherd dog. Yeah, you remember that one? I went to that movie and I was like, oh, this is going to be sad, and it's going to be really good, and it was terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it was bad. It was boring. It was the stupidest, silliest, dumb plot line you could ever have. It was a dumb movie. Insidious 3, a lot of people thought this movie was good and thought it was scary. I thought it was stupid as hell. I thought it was another mainstream dumb horror movie. I didn't like it at all, but that's just a few of my dishonorable mentions. I could probably go on and tell you a little bit more, but that's where I'm going to stop for your sake and my sake too. So let's do it. Let's get into the top 10 worst movies of 2015 now. This is just my opinion. If you happen to like some of these movies, that's totally okay. I didn't. I thought they sucked, so that's why they're in my top 10. So let's do it. Let's kick it off at number 10 with Mordecai. Do you remember this one? Because you probably don't, because I completely forgot all about it again too, because it came out way back in January. And it was with Johnny Depp, Gwyneth Paltrow. Man, it was stupid. It was so stupid. It was not in the least bit funny. The jokes were just not good. They were poorly timed jokes. The acting in it wasn't that great. I mean, Johnny Depp wasn't anything great in that movie. The writing was stupid. It was just a stupid movie. Coming in at number 9, another stupid movie. And that is The Transporter Refueled. Did you see this thing? Because I bet you didn't, because it probably only made like $10 million, if that, because it was dumb. It was the reboot that nobody wanted, nobody needed. Oh, it was so dumb. The plot was just so stupid and so silly, and the action was just not choreographed well. It was shot horribly, I thought. The acting was... it was just a dumb movie, okay? It was just a dumb movie. That's what I'm going to say for a lot of these movies, because they were just dumb as all hell, including this next one. Coming in at number 8, Terminator Genesis. Look, when I saw this was getting made, and I saw that trailer, I was like, oh boy, this ain't going to be good. Arnold should have never have came back, okay? He should have stayed put, that's for sure. What a dumb movie. It was sloppy, it was all over the place, the plotline to me made no sense. It was just, the action was really over the top, it wasn't done well, it just wasn't. A dumb movie. Again, a dumb movie. Coming in at number 7 is the first of 2 horror films that I have on my list. And you guys know how I am with horror films. I don't like them. I think they suck nowadays. They all become just, let's use jump scares and blah, 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 not even be scary at all. And like, but, let's go make a bunch of money because we don't got to pay that much to make these in the first place. Lo and behold is number 7, Sinister 2. Look, I saw the first Sinister, and I didn't like it that much, but I thought it was, in the least bit, it was disturbing. And it had really disturbing imagery, and it kind of messed with my mind just a little bit when it ended. Sinister 2, it tried to take that element of disturbing imagery and incorporate it somehow, and it was the dumbest way they could have incorporated it, because it had nothing to do with the storyline. It was so poorly placed. They were just like, oh, we gotta try to be like the first one and try to use that creepy imagery because that's what was scary about the first one. And they put it in the second one and it was terrible. It didn't make any sense. And the acting was just awful. That stupid deadbeat dad in the movie. God, he was annoying, wasn't he? The only actor that was actually good was the mom, I thought. All the kid actors actually, they were okay, but still kind of annoying to listen to. The writing sucked. It wasn't scary. And of course, the ending of the movie is a damn jump scare. It was so dumb. And the whole ending, too. When it was ending, I was just like sitting there shaking my head. I was like, this is how you're going to end this movie? It was almost like an insult to the viewer. It was so dumbed down. It was so dumbed down. Oh my god. Probably doesn't help either that when I went to the theater, it was full of, a bunch of 12 to 13-year-olds being immature as all hell, being stupid and annoying, wouldn't shut up during the movie. If you're one of those people, don't even come to the movie theater, okay? That's another rant for another time. Let's keep going with the list. Coming in at number 6 is another movie that I completely forgot came out. It came out back in, I think, March. Oh, God. It's a comedy, or comedy, because it wasn't funny at all. That is Unfinished... I can't even say it because it's so bad. Unfinished Business with Vince Vaughn and... what's his name? Dave Franco and somebody else. Just as unfunny as it can come. Seriously, it wasn't even one bit funny. The jokes were recycled and reused over and over and over and over and over and over in the film. The plotline was just stupid. All it was, oh, I gotta go get a handshake. That's all it is. Let's go on this stupid, weird, dumb journey because I gotta get a handshake to get my business deal sealed or whatever. So stupid. The actors didn't have chemistry. The writing was terrible. The jokes were stupid and reused. Just a boring movie, to be honest with you. I was bored. Coming in at number 5 is another comedy, and it was also another reboot of a franchise that I enjoy. That is Vacation. Did you see this movie? You probably did. And I feel sorry for you, because God, it was so stupid. It was so stupid. The jokes, all they were dick and poop jokes, and just so stupid and immature. The acting sucked. The story was just dumb. It didn't even try to use anything from the original, Vacation movies. It didn't take any of those elements that made that movie amazing, or those movies amazing. It didn't incorporate any of those into this one. This was just a terrible, terrible movie. It was so dumb and stupid. Oh. Coming in at number 4 is a movie that is probably number 1 on a ton of people's list, but oh god, Fantastic Four. Do I even need to talk about it? Do I? I mean, this movie had a lot of promise, in my opinion. It had a great cast. The acting was actually really, really good in the film. The writing, not so good at all. The directing was awful. Awful directing, honestly. Just terrible directing. But when this thing when it started, okay, for the first, 40 minutes of the film, the first act of the movie, I was genuinely entertained. Like, I was having a good time. I was like, oh, this might actually not be so bad. Why is everybody talking shit about this movie? It's not that bad. Then it's the second act, and all they do for the second act is draw it out for like an hour and 10 minutes, and it's literally just them in a science lab doing nothing for 2 hours. It was, or 2 hours, for an hour. It was so boring. It felt like 2 hours, that's for sure. It was boring. They didn't do a damn thing. And then all of a sudden, the third act happens. The villain comes in, and it's like, oh, we gotta go fight now to save humanity. And it's like you didn't feel the stakes of it. You felt nothing. You were bored. You were uninterested in the villain. You were uninterested in the characters. That third act was just a waste of fucking time. It was so stupid. The third act should have been one of the better acts of the movie, It should have been exciting. It should have been fun to watch. It was over in like 15 minutes. They go in and fight the bad guy, and it's over. It was just like, oh, I got a plan. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. It's done. We did it. Woohoo, we saved the world. Spoiler alert. Sorry if you haven't seen the movie, but I don't care because I don't want you to see the movie. It was just a terrible third act. One of the worst third acts I've seen in a long, long time. It was just... that whole second and third act of the movie completely ruined everything. Made the whole movie fall apart. I know there was behind-the-scenes issues with, like, the director and stuff. it shows, because it was a terrible movie. Alright, kids, well, here we go. We're into the top three. These are the three worst movies that I saw this year. Oh boy. Coming in at number three, we're going to start it off with this one. This is a movie I walked into the theater, and I thought to myself, this could at the least bit be kind of fun. You know, it could be kind of interesting, right? No. No, not at all. I'm talking about We Are Your Friends with Zac Efron, John Bernthal, Wes Bentley, Emily Rada blah 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 blah. I hate this movie. I hate this movie. Seriously, I was so unentertained. It's so damn sloppy. The movie is all over the place. The editing behind the movie was just awful. It was just put together so terribly. I still don't really know what the storyline of that movie is, other than Zac Efron wanted to make a song. That's all I know. Because it was just this weird acid trip of guys partying and getting high as hell and going and like I don't know. I don't know what that movie was. It was so terrible. Oh my god, it was bad. It was bad, and the acting was just. John Bernthal, I'm sorry, but I wanted to punch him. He was just annoying as hell. Zac Efron, too. I didn't even think he was that good in this movie. It was kind of one of those things that you can tell Zac Efron was just looking for work, so he was like, screw it. I'll get my paycheck and I'll just do a piss poor job. Because I didn't think he was that good in this movie. I'm sorry. And then Emily Ratajkowski, a lot of people thought that she was like good in this movie. Were we watching the same person? Because I thought she was just bad. I thought she was boring and uninteresting and just really all I thought she was there for was to be the pretty face of the movie. I'm sorry, but that's what I really thought she was there for. It was a bad movie. Can you tell? It was awful. I didn't like it at all. Coming in at number two is a movie that I really didn't like. I really, really, really didn't like this movie at all. And it's another movie. I walked in the theater and I was like, you know what? This movie actually, it could be good. Because the first trailer I saw was genuinely creepy and kind of like eerie and a little mysterious. And I was like, ooh, this got me intrigued as hell. Like, this might be a good horror movie. This is the second and final horror movie, by the way, that's on the list. Oh my god, was I wrong? This was just it was an abysmal fucking movie. I'm talking about The Gallows. Do you remember this movie? Probably not. Again, because nobody saw it because it was so bad. It was so it was so bad. It was not scary, okay? The trailer was scarier than the movie. That's not a good thing, okay? That is not a good thing. The story, too, was just so stupid. They're in a high school gym trying to prevent a play from happening. And then, oh no, lo and behold, here comes the demon guy, the ghost that is going to kill everybody. Oh god, it wasn't scary. All it did, too. All it did was use jump scares. That's it. That's it. That's how they tried to scare you. Jump scares. You can't use jump scares over and over and over and over. I mean, you can use them now and again because they're good. They get your heart rate going. They get you kind of freaked out a little bit. Not when you use them 25,000 fucking times in a movie. There's literally a jump scare in the movie that is this. Boo! When that happened, I was like, I gotta leave. I gotta get out of the theater. But I stuck it out. I should have left because, God, it was terrible. And then the ending tries to be super unique and tries to, like, blow your mind a little bit. I just shook my head. I was like, this is not seriously how they're gonna end this movie. It was so stupid. Oh, God. I gotta stop. I gotta stop talking because I'm just getting madder and madder. And we're not even at number one yet, so. Sorry. I gotta move my hand because my hand's getting tired here. We're here, though. We're at the number one worst movie of 2015. You probably could have guessed it by now because when I reviewed this thing, I hated this movie. I don't know why I even went and saw it. Here it is, kids. The number one worst movie of 2015, in my opinion. 50 Shades of 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, 50 Shades of piss. God almighty, this was a terrible movie, okay? This was awful. I mean, everything about this movie was awful. Now look, when I walked in the theater, the only reason I went really to see this movie is curiosity killed the cat, okay? Everybody was talking shit about it. Everybody's like, oh, this is so bad, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, it can't be that bad, can it? And I was like, you know what? I gotta go see it. I just gotta do it. Screw it. I got nothing else going on today. Let's go see this movie. It's not as bad as everybody says it is. It's worse. It's worse. It is. It's awful. It's so bad. I don't even want to talk about it because it's so bad. Seriously, the two actors that play Anastasia and what's his Christian, they have no chemistry. Zero chemistry, okay? And Christian Grey, that actor, what's his name? I don't even know his name. I don't care. He's a terrible actor. He's like looking at a freaking brick wall. He does nothing. He just stands there and like delivers his lines. It's like, dude, put some passion, put some emotion into the fucking role. You and then the girl that played Anastasia, look, she was maybe the only okay thing about the movie because her acting performance wasn't necessarily that bad, but it still wasn't good. It still wasn't good at all. And then the storyline is just so, God, it's so stupid. It's so boring. I know, like, apparently the book isn't really written that well, and it's not really that great of a book. So why did this movie get made? It didn't even need to be made. It was, oh God, sorry. And look, this is a movie about sex. As a guy, I should have found something sexy about this movie, right? Should have found the chick sexy. I should have found the sex scenes maybe a little sexy. There's nothing sexy about this movie. There's nothing sexy about this movie. Because the two actors have zero chemistry. Oh my god, the writing is so bad. It's horribly paced. It feels like you're freaking watching the movie for like 6 hours. It's so boring. I hate this movie. Seriously, I hate this. I never, ever want to have the displeasure of watching this movie again, okay? I'm sorry, but I don't. And look, honestly, okay, even when I reviewed this, I said this. If I actually found this movie good, I would say so. I would say, hey, this actually is a pretty good movie. I'm not just one of those people or one of those guys that's like walking into a romance movie and I'm like, oh, it's gonna suck because it's a romance movie. No, I don't care. If it was good, I would have told you. It's not good. It's awful. It's awful, okay? I'm sorry, but it's awful. I hate that movie. I never want to see it again. I'm done. I gotta stop talking about it because I'm getting mad. Can you tell? Good lord. Okay. Well, there it is, you guys. We did it. The top 10 worst movies of 2015. I'm glad I never have to watch these stupid effing movies again. Good lord. Oh, alright. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Do you agree with me? Did you see 50 Shades of Grey? I hope you didn't. But if you did you think it was the worst movie of 2015? And look, if you didn't, if you found any of these movies good, that's alright. Okay, that's alright. That's just my opinion. I did not like these movies at all, but that's just my opinion. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching this. The top 10 best movies of 2015 will be up later. Be up. Let's see. What is today? 22nd, right? It's 22nd, right? I'm thinking the top 10 best will probably be up the 31st or maybe the 1st because I gotta go see The Hateful Eight, and that technically qualifies for a 2015 movie because it comes out December 31st. So I gotta see that movie because I think it has a lot of potential to be on my best list. So I'm gonna wait. So expect the top 10 best coming next week sometime. Where it'll be coming. Just know that, okay? For now, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, there you go. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the top 10 best ones. Thank you very much.